So I hope the season's hype is still on because today's episode is using only base game and the new season's expansion pack. So welcome back to Curb Appeal. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Curb Appeal, the series on my channel where I teach you guys how to recreate amazing exteriors from photos that we find on the internet. So we find these photos on Google Images or on Pinterest or on Twitter or even from you guys. You guys can feel free to submit your photos to me as well and I will teach you guys how to recreate them in future episodes. So my name is Ashley for those of you who have not met me yet, and I make Sims 4 videos on my channel, so you should go check them all out if you're interested. So like I said, today's episode is using only the base game and the new season's expansion pack, so I made sure to find a photo that really used a lot of the elements of the new expansion pack. So without further ado, let's jump right into the photo that we are going to be recreating today. Okay, so here is the photo we are going to be recreating today, and I actually found this photo on a kind of floor planning website, so I guess it's a website that people can buy floor plans for and then make them in real life for when they're trying to build their own house, but I thought I'd use this photo to recreate in The Sims. So before we start building, as per usual, let's analyze this photo to see what exactly gives this house curb appeal, and let's try and determine if we will actually be able to recreate this easily in The Sims 4. Because as you guys know, not everything in real life is actually possible to recreate in The Sims 4. So the first thing that I noticed about this home was it is a one-story home. So there's only one level, which is good and bad. It's good because it's easy to play in because you don't have to deal with any stairs. But then from a curb appeal perspective, one-story homes can tend to look a little bit flat and not as nice looking as two-story homes. So it's really important for one-story homes to have really intricate and interesting looking roofing. Because they don't have two levels to work with, the house automatically isn't going to look as dynamic because it's just one flat level. So houses like this really do rely on the roofing to make it look interesting. So I can definitely see that this house does have a lot of roof pieces, which give the house a lot of dimension and make the house look really pretty. So I know that a lot of people are scared of a lot of roof pieces because roofing is a little bit tricky for some people, but you will see later on when I do the roofing that it's really not too difficult at all. The other thing that I'm really loving in this photograph are the different textures on the house. So it has that white paneling throughout most of the house, and I know we definitely have white paneling that came with the base game. But on top of that, there are little accents of stone on the edges of the house and also on those columns and also in the foundation. So I was really excited for that because I know with the new season's expansion pack, we got that new stone texture. We also got the matching stone columns, and then we also got the matching stone foundation. So I know that the stone that comes with seasons doesn't look exactly like this one, but I definitely still want to use it and incorporate it throughout the build. And lastly, something about this photo that I really like, which hasn't really been the case for the past episodes, is the landscaping in this photo. There's actually decent landscaping in this photo, and I think it's something that we can definitely replicate and kind of spruce up a bit. In past episodes, there's been pretty sad landscaping, so we've pretty much had to redo the landscaping from scratch, but I definitely think this photo has some decent landscaping that we can go off of, and it definitely complements the house very well. So all in all, you guys, I think that this is a pretty simple one-story home. However, after we've kind of analyzed it and broken down the different parts of the house, you can see that every little detail definitely contributes to give this home a lot of curb appeal. And I think that all of the elements that we have talked about are definitely feasible in The Sims 4, so I think that this recreation will turn out really well. But as per usual, you guys, let's give ourselves a budget to completely recreate this entire exterior and do the landscaping. And you guessed it, that budget is going to be 20,000 simoleons. Again, we've pretty much used that budget for every single episode so far, and I think that it's a pretty fair budget, so we're just going to keep it that way. But if you guys have any suggestions for a budget in the future episodes, just leave that in the comment down below. So you guys, I'm pretty excited to get started on this recreation, and I'm pretty excited to use the new season's expansion pack again. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright you guys, how are you doing? I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday, or if it's Tuesday for you, I hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday. I've realized that because I'm in Pacific time, I'm pretty much one of the last time zones on Earth. So by the time a lot of people watch my videos, it's actually the next day for them. So for a lot of you guys, it might be Tuesday. So if it's Tuesday for you guys, happy Tuesday. So today's build was really fun for me because I got to use the new Seasons expansion pack again. So this is only my second build ever using the Seasons expansion pack. 2 weeks ago, I did a build with the Seasons expansion pack as a collab with a bunch of my YouTube friends, so you guys should definitely go check that video out if you haven't already. I believe it's actually the most popular video on my channel, so that's pretty cool. I kind of released it right within a couple days of the Seasons pack releasing, so I guess that's why it got so popular, because there was so much Seasons hype around that time. So yeah, you should definitely go check that out if you want to. I think it turned out really well, but this is my second build ever using the Seasons expansion pack. I think it is a little bit difficult to build in the Seasons, however, because the weather kind of affects the plants. So if you build in the winter, when you try and do landscaping, the plants are all dead, and then when you go take screenshots, you have to choose which season you want to take your screenshots in, so you have to make sure that you're playing in the right season, and I don't know, there's just a lot of different things to consider when you're building with the Seasons expansion pack, so it's a little bit difficult in that regard, but besides that, I'm having a lot of fun building with it. Next week's episode of Curb Appeal is also using the Seasons expansion pack as well, by the way, so little spoiler alert there, but I've just been having so much fun with it, so I wanted to build a lot with it. But as usual, I always kind of limit myself to one pack, so I'm only using base game and Seasons. So if you only have one expansion pack and it happens to be Seasons, then my builds would be perfect for you. But I've also just recently purchased the Jungle Adventures game pack in the Vintage Glamour stuff pack, so let me know down below if you guys have those packs, and I will definitely do a build with those in the future because, yeah, I just really wanted those ones, but I haven't had a chance to build with them yet because I don't know why, but I always feel guilty building with packs that other people don't have because then they can't really use my builds, and I definitely prefer if other people can use my builds because that's the whole reason why I build, is for you guys, so I never want to be building something that you guys can't use. But yeah, please let me know if you guys have the Jungle Adventures game pack or the Vintage Glamour stuff pack, and I will be sure to use that in a future video. What else do I have to say? Oh, the interior. The interior of this one, I actually finished it completely, and I also finished it completely on camera, which is kind of silly because I started this series to really focus only on exteriors and not really worry about the interior at all, because that way it would kind of save time for me so I can focus on other parts of my channel and incorporate other series onto my channel, because furnishing the interior does take a really long time. But then as the series kind of went on, I do furnish the interior completely, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that moving forward, because yeah, it was kind of my plan to only do the exterior on camera for you guys in this series, and then with Love It or List It, that's focused on interiors, but then lately I've just been doing the interior on camera anyways for this series, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for that, and I kind of have to consider what I want to do going forward. So if you guys have any opinions on that for this series, then let me know down below, because as you guys know, a lot of you guys are waiting for Love It or List It, and it's pretty much ready to go. I have everything ready to go. I just need to kind of upload it and edit it, so it does take a long time to edit those ones, but yeah, you guys have to definitely give me your opinion on what you think about me furnishing the interiors for this series, yes or no, because if I don't furnish the interiors, then I have more time to focus on other series on my channel. But if you do really want me to furnish the interiors on camera for you guys in Curb Appeal, then I will keep doing that for you. So it's kind of whatever you guys want. And yeah, but I have definitely really been loving watching everybody do their Seasons builds. People on Twitter and a lot of my YouTube friends have been coming out with so many good videos on it, and I'm just so happy to watch everybody's, and I'm so proud of all my friends for all of the amazing builds they've been doing, and I just am so inspired by them. And yeah, if you guys are also viewers but you happen to make houses or you're content creators too, definitely reach out to me on Twitter and tag me in some of your stuff. I'd love to watch your videos or take a look at you on the gallery. I'm always looking to get some good inspiration and give some shout outs when I see something I like. So yeah, definitely let me know. But yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say for this intro. I'm kind of in a rush today, you guys. I just came from the gym, so my hair is like not that nice. I'm wearing my gym clothes. It's not a good situation right now. Usually I'm pretty like prepared for my videos, but lately it's just this is just how it is on my channel now. Things are getting real on the Dr. Ashley channel now, so this is what you get. So thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Curb Appeal, and I really hope that you guys enjoy today's recreation. Alright, so as you can see, we are pretty much nearing the end of our 20,000 simoleon budget, and I am completely finishing up the exterior. So because this was a little bit of a smaller house, I was actually able to stretch this budget quite far. So usually I just allocate 20,000 simoleons to rebuild the exterior and do the landscaping, but in this case I was able to use that 20,000 simoleons to completely do the exterior, of course, and the landscaping, of course, but I was also able to completely floor plan the interior and add the wallpaper and the flooring and the walls, and I was also able to completely decorate and furnish the backyard. So I did the patio and the kind of outdoor furniture and the barbecue, and I did all of that. So usually I don't use my original budget to do that because the budget is mainly just supposed to go towards curb appeal, so the exterior foundation kind of thing. But because this was a smaller house, I was able to use it for more than that. So I think that that is good. This house definitely has a lot of good value for its money. So yeah, you'll see me go in and start to work on the interior. It is a little bit of a smaller home. There is only really one bedroom and one bathroom, so kind of maybe like a starter home, or maybe like a young couple can live in this home, but it is really nicely decorated and good for entertaining. So like I said, I did put in a lot more effort onto the interior than I have in past episodes of Curb Appeal, because I think I was experimenting with the new seasons pack, so I wanted to try out all the new furniture and really go all out in that sense. In my past episodes, I've really just lightly furnished the interior so that you guys can go in and fill it with your own furniture and your own family's furniture, but for this episode, I definitely fully furnished it. So just keep in mind that might not be the case for all episodes. It's just because this one I really wanted to get to know all of the new season's furniture. So I think that it turned out really nicely. There's kind of like an open concept kitchen that flows into the living and dining room area, so that is kind of like how I always do my builds, I guess. There's really no surprise here. That's just how I always furnish my interiors. It was actually funny. I was watching some of my friends on YouTube, particularly Thomas TV, because he's been posting a ton of really great seasons content on his channel, and I think he made a comment about how like he has a classic build style, and it's so true because I can totally spot one of his builds from a mile away because I just know how he builds and how he furnishes, and I feel like I'm kind of the same way. I always do my interiors kind of the same always in terms of how I floor plan. I always do that open concept type of thing. I always have an island and bar stools in my kitchen. That's just how I always do it. And I think oftentimes it's kind of a reflection of how your current living situation is. So I've always kind of lived downtown and I've lived in condos, and they're usually more on the modern contemporary side. So I find that with more modern builds, there definitely is always an island, and that's always been the case with the houses and the condos that I've lived in. So that's why I always include that in my builds. And also the places that I live in are always really open concept, because that's kind of how things are when you do live downtown in the city. It's usually quite open concept. But I hope you guys are also looking forward to next week's episode of Curb Appeal. I did another Seasons Plus base game build, and I also fully furnished that one. And thank you everyone for all of the support you've been giving this new Curb Appeal series. I only launched it a few weeks ago, but it has been doing really well on my channel. I think that it's a really cool concept and a type of video that I really enjoy making for you guys. This is definitely the type of thing I like to have on my channel, and also thank you for being patient with me in terms of me launching Love It or List It Season 2. I am pretty busy working full-time outside of YouTube, so I really appreciate that you guys stick around and support me every single week. And don't worry, you guys, I am planning to give back to you guys very, very soon, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Well, you guys, that concludes today's episode of Curb Appeal. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you thought about it. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more weekly Sims 4 recreation videos. I upload these videos once a week at the same time every week, so I will see you guys all next week. Bye, everybody!